Hello guys! So today I decided to do a witchy tag video and it's about, basically what kind of witch you are and all related question about witchy life. So I'll start with the first question. What kind of witch are you? So I'd say I'm a witch, chaos witch. Chaos witch would be incorporating all kinds of belief from different systems and putting it in your own system, creating your own tradition. That'd be the closest to what I am, which, if I can include what I use is, a little bit of Buddhism here and traditional witchcraft. And just even my own intuition that I use to create my own tradition. How did you discover your path? So I discovered my path around 15. That's where I discovered the book Wicca, Scott Cunningham. And it was a really nice book. I really enjoyed it and I read it about 3 times. And that's what led me on the path of witchcraft, which, I still correspond to some of the Wicca precepts, but it's not necessarily what I would call myself Wiccan. How long have you been practicing? So if we say I started around 15, I'm now 31, so it's been 16 years that I've been delving into this. Practicing and reading and learning all kinds of things about it. So then, what tradition do you follow? Well, like I said, I don't follow a tradition. I created my own. I'm a chaos witch. Are you solitary or do you have a coven? I'm actually a solitary witch. I don't have a coven at the moment. If, the opportunity arise, I might jump in, but we'll see. Do you practice divination? What kinds? So my first kind of divination, it started when I was really young, and it's a palm reading, but mainly more like energy reading. So I go and check the palms of people and I can read some of the lines in there, but I go more with the energy of the person. So I'll just hold their hands and ask them to just ask me questions and I'll answer. And then right now I'm learning a little bit of tarot. I'm not very that deep into it, but I love tarot. I've been collectioning them and I'd like to learn a little more, so that's it. Do you would teach witchcraft to your children? Well, if I decided to have children, I think I would let them decide if they want to learn. They would probably ask me questions when they grow up about my health, and I would be honest with them and answer them what it means and what it is and why am I doing this, but it's still their own, prerogative to decide if they want it or not to try it. Do you have a patron or matron deity? I don't have a patron deity, but have a matron deity, and it's Lilith. I've been working with her officially for 2 years now, and been connected with her for about 6 years. Favorite pantheon? Well, I guess I'd have to say it's the Norse for the roots and the stories of that pantheon, because I connect more to the Norse pantheon, more close to what I am as well, a white person from a cold country, and that's why I connect to that. Otherwise, there's some parts of the Egyptian pantheon that I find interesting. Favorite goddess? Well, it's Lilith, of course, my matron. Favorite god? I guess I'd have to say it's Thor, for all the mythology around it and its power. My sun sign is Capricorn and my moon sign is Virgo. Do you have a familiar? Well, I used to have a familiar, which was my cat that passed away, and at the moment I don't have a familiar. Thoughts on the afterlife? Well, afterlife. So I've been in connection with spirits since I'm 11 years old. That was my first gift as a child to have, my first sixth sense, if you may say. And I do believe there is an afterlife. However, how it is experienced, I don't know. I guess it depends where your soul is at and where it's going. I just really hope there's, something fun after this life, really. Have you had any paranormal experiences? Well, I had plenty of them because I'm a medium, psychic, and I had several occasions to be the one that goes to go in some house and clean the house from spirits. So I did have paranormal experience there. Might talk about it in depth in another video. Are you out of the broom closet? How do your friends and family feel about it? Well, yes, I'm out of the closet, although it's not like I talk extensively with my mom or my dad about it, but my sister knows, that I've been practicing, and she knows about my gift of reading the future and talking to ghosts and stuff like that. She even was there for a seance that I did. My dad is not really into that kind of things. He's more on the Christian side, I'd say, for what I understand anyway. Thinking that witchcraft is, working with the devil and Satan and stuff like that, which is not how I view it. I removed myself from the Christian ways a long time ago, even more so in the past 2 years. What is something that inspires you? I don't necessarily understand this question, but something that inspired me related to my path would be becoming more self-conscious about who I am in my psyche, and understanding better my emotional patterns, and also, understanding why I choose to get in a relationship with someone instead of another person, which is often linked to a big healing, connection or dynamic. Even if it's hard, even if there's like arguments or stuff, it's always about healing through that, and even more like understanding yourself better. Do you have an altar? Yes, I do have an altar. You'd be able to see it if you go on my Instagram, which will be linked down below. And I've been having an altar for many, many years now. What is a spell that you have done? Well, I'm not the one that talk about her spell, but I'd say protection spells have been one of the most that I've used. Do you have a totem animal? What is it? Yes, I do have a totem animal, and it's the owl. I think I have about 9 representation of owl in my house at the moment. Maybe 10 even, I'm not sure. I love owls. It's been following me since I'm 16. When I was in the meditation, I saw an owl, and it just like talked to me in a way that I knew it was my totem. And since it's been following me, it does make a lot of sense, because owls are seeing in the dark, and I see things in the dark since I'm a medium and psychic. And Also, owls are connected with Lilith, and another goddess connected with owls is Hecate. Okay, and then favorite pagan holiday that you celebrate. I think I enjoy all of the pagan celebration. They're all different. I've celebrated all of them. Not necessarily every year, but in my recollection, I guess the one that I was most fond of is Yule, because I did my first public ritual organized at my own house, and I had friends over and my sister, and it was a really nice celebration. Do you meditate? Yes, I do meditate, although I don't think I do meditation like in a general way of doing it. Oftentimes I will do it in my shower. I love to just sit in the bottom of my shower and let the water go over me, close my eyes and meditate, and just feel all the emotions and things that I have to go through and untangle. And that's how I do my meditation in general. Or I'd go for a walk and just gaze at the view and the trees and the plants and contemplate them, and that'd be a meditation as well for me. So I say I do it almost daily. Have you gone to psychic, tarot reading, Reiki master, or healer? I've been to a psychic and a tarot reading. I've never been to a Reiki master or healer, although I am a Reiki healer myself. And I had a good experience with the tarot reading. I have many friends that are good at that. I also have a friend, she's doing I have a blank. Cartomancy, so she's an astrologist and she does those cards, and that was a really good experience as well. What witchy books have influenced you? So I'd say the first one that influenced me was Scott Cunningham, obviously. After that, I don't say I have delved in many books of witch. So it's been more online research and videos on the matter, like the videos that Kelly and Maddox have done. Favorite witch websites? I don't have a website in particular at the moment that I like, but I love the channel of Kelly and Maddox. Favorite witch movie? I have to say it's The Craft, because that's what sparked my interest in the path of becoming a witch. When I watched that movie, I found it very inspiring, and that girl that was from another place that come in the school and meet all those other girls, that she was my favorite, and I based myself a lot on her character. Favorite mythological animal? I guess it would be dragon, because dragons are very big and powerful, and they spit out fire, and it's a very interesting mythology to say. And maybe the phoenix as well, which is also related to the element of fire. I feel a deep connection to fire in general. Favorite season? Well, my favorite season is fall, like a lot of which, I suppose, but also spring. I like both those seasons because they have the perfect weather and temperature for me. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. In spring you see the things blooming, and in fall you see all the leaves turning orange and yellow and red and falling on the ground, and I find this really romantic. Favorite herb? I guess I'd say lavender, because lavender has been following me for years now, and it's been very helpful for me in many ways, oftentimes used in essential oils, and I love it. Just love the scent and the feeling it gives me. Favorite gem? I don't think I have a favorite gem. I think they're all important and they all bring things to me that are very precious. But I'd say for the look of it, I'd say amethyst, because I love the purple color and I love the vibe of an amethyst. Rune of your choice. I've never worked with a rune, so I don't have a favorite one. Tarot card of your choice. I guess I would go with the Empress, because she's a strong, powerful woman that brings clarity and wisdom to those who seek it. Symbol of sigil of your choice. Well, since Lilith is my matron, I guess her sigil would be my favorite, which you can see in my Instagram post about my altar. Your atame, you want one. I don't have an atame right now. I only have a little knife, pocket knife that I use. That was really interesting. It's kind of it's a fake. It's the size of a credit card. It's fake. It's plastic, but the blade is really sharp and perfect for when I need a little knife for a ritual. Your wand. At the moment, I don't use a wand. I like the idea of working on one and making one pretty, but it's not necessarily what I'm the most attracted to. I like to use my finger. I feel my finger work best. Your cauldron. Sometimes if I need a cauldron, I'll use my singing bowl, and perfect size. It's small, and otherwise I'll just use a regular cauldron if I need one. Your book of shadows. My book of shadows, I just got a new one. It's a gift I got from my man, and it's handmade. Actually, the guy used those old leather belts and put it all over the cover, and I really like this book, and that's my new book of shadows that I had to start. Your tarot deck. So I think I have about 9 tarot decks. Most of them are based on the Rider-Waite tradition, which I don't know, I've always felt attracted to that kind, and I'd say since I'm most connected to that tradition, it's my favorite one. One of my favorite tarot is Sun Night Tarot, Night Sun Tarot, and you can find it on Amazon. I found it in Indigo store actually when I bought it, and that's my favorite that I bought last year, and I kept going back to it. There's really dark imagery and occult, hermetism and occult imagery and symbols, and I find very interesting to work with it for shadow work. Something witch related you want right now. I don't have necessarily a want for something in specific. Right now it's not something I'm looking at to buy or whatever. I'm very content with very few tools and items. beside my collection of tarot, I don't collection any other pieces of witchery. So that was my 4D question tag witchy. I hope you enjoyed it, made you learn a little bit more about myself, and if you have questions, I'd be pleased to answer them. Probably make a video if it's a big question to answer you. And anyway, I'll talk to you soon, and I send you many blessings and much love.